Welcome back here. I did something for you guys. I said that I'm gonna do something, and for all of you that subscribes to the channel, I already make a little post on the channel. Hopefully, you get all the notifications. Okay. For all of you, if you have any personal questions, I can get you like 15 minutes of my time and within your chart. And if you got like one questions, I can really go through it within you, see what I can help you. That's kind of like giving you a thank you for the subscribing here. So don't be kind of like shy or afraid in there. The email is still astroviber1111 at gmail.com. With that, I want to say thank you guys for coming in. Thank you for the click, the likes, the shares, the comments. It's important. The comments is important for you as a community. So when you send in the comments and you expressing how the energy is how is affecting you, it really helps others to understand it. Hopefully that will be improved in the future. But I want to say thank you guys for making the comments. All right. What is going on today? I told you that the moon is going to be coming in at Cancer. She's going to be squaring Saturn, Neptune, and Mars. The thing that you need to understand that usually on a T square, that is a skip step. And the skipping step, basically the apex is going to be the moon, right? The emotions, how you handle the emotions in the family environment, or from the family environment inside of you, which is that is going to be coming from the environment you grew up, right? And so it depends of your emotions. That emotions will create an energy. The energy will create the magnetic field. Magnetic field, it turns to what? A gravity, right? And this is what you're going to be attracting or rejecting. So usually when there is a T-square within the astrology, right? So here it's another planet, here's another planet, and right on the top, that is the third planet. It's called the T-square, particularly when they are squaring, and the resolution is going to be in the middle, but in the middle that is going to be between who? Mars and Saturn. So what's happening is, if you're picturing, this is Mars and this is Saturn here. Saturn moves this way, and Mars is moving this way. So they kind of like are moving towards each other, okay, on these positions. So they're not like all of them to put, the continue to put in the pressures in there. So we're gonna see some very interesting moments. It's like, let me not skip this review for me. Let me not do these things for it within myself. And Saturn, it's very, very kind of like in the last minute, he's on a 49 minutes of, it's not even 1 degree, okay, within areas. So we're going to see that very good positions in there that of these revaluations, not to have the fights within the family, right? Mars is it where at Libra, the moon is where at Cancer. So relationships and family situations gonna be intense in there, but Mars is gonna be like, wait a minute, hold on, stop it. And we're going to see an afternoon that energy is going to be actually start working very well. And things is going to be okay because the moon is going to be what? She's going to be joining Jupiter. Okay. Here is for those who not acting in this primary instincts of this moon in there, of those intense energies. They're going to be the winners at the end of the day. Hi, New Life. Thank you for coming in. I'm doing okay. I decided to go ahead and doing some stuff for you guys for the subscribers. So I post a post. If you guys can look at the post, that's going to help on some of you. All right, 8 o'clock. Midheaven, it's gonna be at Gemini. Very, very beautiful moments. We are gonna see some little bit intensity between past and the future, but that is gonna be helping in within the shadow in there. Uh, Hi, Jay. And that kind of like of energies of this past and the future, of course, going to bring us a lot of duality because we have what? We have the south node, it's at Virgo, the north node, it is at Pisces. A lot of mental duality within, a lot of mental process, a lot of things is going to be going on in here, and you're going to feel a little bit overwhelmed with that 8 o'clock energy. At 9 o'clock, we're seeing that this intensity is going to rise up. Here, it's kind of like you're going to feel the waves before it hits you. That is going to be a 1 hour before the moon actually is going to be with that T-squaring with Saturn and Mars. And here it's going to be kind of like a warning. Don't act, particularly with your intuitions, with your emotions. Be mindful that just for like a little spark, you can get ignited things that later on you're going to be feeling sorry about yourself in there. Hi, Michael. Glad to see you here. And with those intensity, particularly at 9 o'clock, be mindful how you are going to be really managing your own self. Because at 10 o'clock, you're going to have some test. That is going to be how it's going to be the test of how much you've been matured. Are you mature within kind of like a being in the team? Have you been mature? Particularly, we're talking about you're going to be, most of you is going to be at work. Have you been mature at work? Have you looked at the team that you are? And that's going to comes in the reflections of what? Of the family. You have a competition within that team. It's like you have a competition within the family, right? What would you want to compete in there? Who is the best? So you can get what? More attentions from mom and dad. And then you compete at work to get more attentions from the bosses and appreciate it from the bosses so you can get a better position, right? This kind of like of moments, it's time for you to reevaluate things in there. But it's also that energy as a third eye, 888 side. You should be a little bit like a child. Very good point. Very good point. So later on at 11 o'clock, the midheaven is going to be pointing to Venus. Venus right now, it is squaring Chiron. She's going to be squaring the ascendant at Libra. Tough moments for the love in there. But hold on to your horses within this because the moon is beginning to what is good. The moon is going to beginning to move to the towards Leo, and that is entering the area with opposing Pluto, right? So pay attention at 11 o'clock that something is going to be triggering every day more and more and more. And we are going to be seeing it in about a few days, how particularly that energy is going to be hold on to it. All right, 12 o'clock at noon, we're going to have the inner work with Mercury, communications. Are you comfortable talking about your shadow? Okay, are you talking to comfortable about your shadow? So about this energies in there, if you are not comfortable watching yourself out, but you need to go ahead and look at it before you talk. Look at it, the strength of Mars that brings. It's like, you know what? I have to make the balance, even if it's uncomfortable. Okay, I have to go ahead and see these energies of what is stopping me, what is preventing me, and so on and so on with all within this. So later on at 1 o'clock, we are going to have authority time. Very beautiful time. Try not to bug your boss with changes and forcing thing because they are going through changes and things. Okay, with it. But take a look within yourself, what you're gonna be have to adjust, what you need to change. Okay, I know it's a hard time right now about changes. People don't like the changes, particularly right now when Uranus and the Sun are squaring each other, right? But if you look within the energies with Pluto and Uranus, there are gonna be some a very positive reevaluations that it's gonna be feeling within the air. We have a lot of good stuff that goes on in the air, right? We have Pluto in Aquarius, we have Uranus that it's in Gemini, we have a Mars that it's in Libra. Powerful, powerful vibes, things you're feeling. You start feeling like, okay, something good, it's in the air, right? As long as you tap into it. Um, so, Elias Fio, note taken. Thank you, bro. All right, midheaven it's going to be at 2 o'clock in Virgo. Organizations is going to be required for the future they are going to, but it's going to be required what you to open up first yourself. So when you open yourself in there, are you open yourself in all the front? Are you afraid to open up the shadow and says like, okay, I'm not good at that. I can admit it. I'm not good at that, right? But I'm good at this, this, and this. I can still see what I'm not good at. Can I be working on this? Yes, I can. It may be hard for me, it may be so on with me, but I can, right? Very beautiful emotional time, expressing your feelings, very beautiful growth is gonna come with this, okay? And this is some of the people don't get it, that it takes some more strength to talk about the truth and the shadow and how you feel like things that stopping you, but it takes that more guts compared to don't have a guts, keeping the fear within you, live within that fear, and when you're in a partnership, guess what, all that crap into the fears is going to come out and there. So be mindful about it, okay? Be mindful from within yourself, because right now is a good time for this. Express your shadow, right? Okay, 3 o'clock, the midheaven is going to be at Virgo. The ascendant is going to be at Gemini. Perfectly timed for you to talk more philosophy towards yourself, inspiration, or reading a quote. Go watch a video, go do something that it's gonna pump you up. Self pep talk, okay? That talk that you have to go ahead and empowering yourself, okay? Yes, learning never stops. Exactly. And the more you learn, the better you're gonna be what? At practice. All right. Later on at 4 o'clock, that energy is gonna be much stronger. Some of you who actually empowering yourself, you're gonna be feeling it, that energy at 4 o'clock. Okay, it's gonna come in. It's gonna be test for Mars, because the midheaven is gonna be with Mars, right? And now we have this intuition that it's putting all the pressure into the warrior, and that can be really your test. What the heck did you do today? All right. Saturn is going to be suppressing the moon. It's going to be dropping that Saturn, but the square towards Mars is still going to be active. Okay. All right. Later on at 5 o'clock, you're going to see some very good things, or you're going to see some, my goodness, I missed the opportunity to change. How could I make the same mistake? What else happened to me? And this is how you learn. Okay. If you don't make the mistakes, you don't learn, right? And this is going to be coming because midheaven, or as stated before, for those who right now they are in you have something in the end of Virgo and the beginning of Scorpio, is very powerful spiritual times, very powerful, very healing things. I mean, you probably feel like too much pressure, too much going on, but you feel blessed that you are keeping going and finding the solutions of healing yourself. Okay. Shadow time at 6 o'clock. It is about don't be afraid of shadow. Speaks about the shadow. This is going to be that energy that you're supposed to say. Okay. You may be about the two or three things and so on. You maybe find excuses for everything, right? And so on. But be honest. It takes a guts, power, and strength to be honest. And let me tell you something. The truth will set you free. Okay? The truth will set you free. And we're going to see that this energy is going to be coming quite often in the next few months. We still have Lilith that's going to be at Scorpio. And the true Lilith is going back and forth like a pendulum. It's like, hey, is this is the truth? No. Is this is the truth? No. Is this is the truth? And goes in the shadow. And there. Hi, Lindsay. Hello. Thank you for the forecast. Today, my sun is conjunct Venus. I'm hopeful for a good day. My natal Venus is at 3 degrees Virgo, ready to heal. Venus and Virgo, you're probably feeling a lot of energies of healing people in there. You're gonna be start feeling it that energies with the sun. Okay, if your Venus is at 3 degrees to conjunct, you have like quite a few days. But when you will start acting on that Venus, your Venus is going to be about the people, about healing the people. Just if it's wounded Venus and somehow you have a squares in there, to take a look within yourself. Are you acting that pain? Are you too much within that hermit mode? It's going to be require you to open, to bloom like a flower. Okay? And don't be afraid to let that Venus in there too. Okay? Just, it's going to be a good if you find that, because that Venus wants to grow. Okay, I know you have to have a people. You probably also feel like sometimes maybe too much judgmental in there. But don't forget about it that Virgo holds the Libra, right? Okay, that's the Astrea goddess holding the Libra. And having a Venus in there is that primary force of the love that has to be expressed. But you can't express it by sitting home in a hermit mode. You need to go out in there. You need to go out, spread it to the world. And then you're going to be able to do your mission to heal the people with that love. You probably have a healing ability if your Venus is at Virgo, depending on what house. Okay. For those of you who wants reading, I said this is why I do this, because I don't want to talk during the astrology report because it takes so long time. Guys, send me an email and I will give you 15 minutes personal time instead of 2 minutes talk here. All right. 8 o'clock, the ascendant that's going to be at Aquarius, and the midheaven there is at Sag. Very, very good, beautiful times is going to be coming up. Midheaven is going to be with this union with the moon and Jupiter. At the end of the day, you're going to be learning things that you are, you grow because you choose what? The proper family dynamics. Right? Some of you is going to maturing as a woman. Some of you is going to be maturing as a wife, as a mother. Right? You're going to developing these mothering feelings in there. Now is the greatest time. Okay? Jupiter is where in the Cancer. You're going to be growing. If you miss things in your childhood, now is the time to pay attention into this. Okay? So, see that energy. Maybe some of those energies later on at 9 o'clock can drive you nuts in there. That's going to be the midheaven. It's at Sag, and it's going to be squaring Saturn and Neptune, you may gonna blame, families and so on and so on and so on in there. But it's at the end of the day, it's your responsibility. It's not somebody else's responsibility for this, right? You have to do it this within yourself. Beautiful time because midheaven at the end of the Sag, it is trining what? Chiron, who is at the end of Aries, and the Sun that is at the end of Leo. The power and the strength, the fire within you is gonna come in. So as you see it, we kind of like going through all those energies, right? Fire, air, water, right? We have all those. Okay. I mean, I know that the earth energies lately, it's kind of like you don't feel it like things on earth. You feel more like within a fire. You feel more within like you're out of space. A lot of people talking about spiritual and so on and so on in there too. But it is what it is. You have to use the energy as it presented to us. How you gonna apply it into your life? All right. Talking about at 10 o'clock, the Chiron is going to coming out. It's squaring Pluto. It is like unhealed wounds cannot be. They gotta require new ways, new technology, new things. You have to review this. You can't heal, the same old wounds in the same old ways, which is they did not work. It's gonna require some new things. We need to go back into the research mode. We need to go back into look at advanced medical things. We need to look at new advanced situations, right? And here is what some of the people is going to be, well, I didn't heal the wound in my soul. See, that's what is going to leading to it. And you're going to be looking for what? Spiritually, a soul healing from within yourself. And that is a power right there. Okay. All right. 11 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be at Taurus. This is going to be like, okay, finally I get it. If I put things in my perspective, is going to have things at what? At in the material world. You don't fix here. How you going to fix it out there? Pay attention to, let's say, like you're spiritually occupied, emotionally aggravated, and how is your job doing when you're going to do your work? It doesn't go with the flow, right? But when you're here, okay, when you're emotionally okay, how fast is your job is going, right? Okay, so think inside of you a little bit about this, and thinking about yourself of how that can react in all the areas of your life, okay? Because the help of Saturn is about that. You to review here. Okay. Right here. He's the greatest teacher. All right, guys. So with that being said, that was the astrology report for today. And I'm going to tell you how we're going to be going on at 7 o'clock in the morning. Man. All right, 7 o'clock in the morning. Well, 7 o'clock in the morning, the moon is going to be between Jupiter and Venus. Very, very powerful moments. Okay, very beautiful. Very beautiful. Okay, I mean, this is going to be some lot of emotions. Those who actually expressing the shadow side in there and they won over. Now you're understood from the other side, and the other side understands your shadow. And guess what? The love is rising, and it's on. Okay, very beautiful. You're gonna feel this beautiful energy as long you're not created a mess. Okay, as long as you're not acting on those intense energies of Mars. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Appreciate you, and come back tomorrow for another astro gravitational report. Much love to you guys. Be love.